Hey guys, FC100 here, and welcome to my part 2 of my horror games review. Today I will be reviewing Luigi's Mansion. Now, on my last video, I told you how freaked out I was when playing this game. Let's just say that it was one of the first GameCube games I've ever played. Now, that said, it's still pretty creepy when I play this. I mean, I played the recent sequel. If you saw my small video of the glitch of the second game, this game right here is what brought everyone to the Nintendo GameCube. It was so good that it was a player choice game. Now, player's choice meaning that it was really awesome, so clearly you're going to have to pick this game. So, let me just tell you, you're in for a fright. I'm going to review this game on what it is, but I'm only going to be talking about how it goes. I'm not going to go through the whole game, but I can tell you what you'll see is pretty creepy, and also some of the flaws of the game is going to be involved in here. Okay, let's begin. Whoa, did you see how shocking that was? The music creeps in your soul. Okay, so we start out right here. Luigi walking. He's gonna be walking to the haunted mansion. And what he will find there is pure darkness. This is gonna get intense. Oh, it is. Let's begin. Okay, so the game starts out naturally. You got all these lights around here, but you don't have your vacuum yet. So first, you gotta walk into the front door. Can't open it. You hear a ghost. You go downstairs, and you see this creepy orange thing, which is probably known as a puncher. They try to threaten us with real creepy moments, like, ooh, the drop of the key, and the creepiness going up where you're probably gonna go next. So you grab the key, and of course Luigi likes peace. I love peace too. So now we use the key, and now you're going to need to use a lot of keys in this game. You get a little cutscene of him opening the door to the the main lobby. Oh my gosh! That thing creeped me out the first time I played that game. Oh, look, here's Professor Egad coming into action. Oh, shoot. Now, I want to tell you, I'm only going to show you, like, the first part, because really, much of the game is kind of like the first part, but more intense and getting harder and harder. So the game is about that Professor Egad has searched this mansion for such a long time, and explains to you that he's been living there for a while, and now he has to hunt down the ghost himself, until meeting Luigi. And now the ghost comes out. Okay, so Mr. Egad just explained to you that his brother's now inside, trapped inside where the ghost mansion is, and now he has to go in there to rescue them. Now, right here, now this is between how a gamer's perspective of a controller. Now, of course, with the GameCube controller, you can either, they tell you what settings you can pick. You can either pick the standard setting, the sidestep setting, the sidestep, which meaning that you move Luigi side to side. But I prefer the standard because, you know, it's better. Okay, now he's about to teach you the moves. Now listen very carefully. You better remember what you have to do, because you're going to need every bit of help to try to beat this game. Now it's going to get intense. So you point the flashlight at the ghost, you press R, you vacuum its ass, and really, you try to make sure you get around. Come on, wait for it, and then hit him. Now, there's a limit of how many ghosts you can, unless you're really professional how to get a lot of ghosts, you can get more of them. Make sure they creep up on you. Okay, now there's more of them. So now let's see how many points I got. So if you get a high score, you'll manage to go to what you need to go. Now you better remember these skills, or else you're not going to get far. So you head to the mansion, and you get where you need to go. Okay, so now all I need to do is just talk to my friend Toad. He tells you that he's worried where Mario is, and then he becomes your save feature. Now, I do recommend that you keep a few save feature every time you probably beat a boss or you get somewhere that's a little bit difficult. And they're also good at giving you hints. Okay, so first you go up to the front door and you try to capture the ghost there. Now, this is where I got stumped the first time. I mean, how are you supposed to know that you're supposed to get the candles to get the ghost? I mean, seriously. It took me 5 minutes to try to figure this out. So, what you have to do is, when you first start, you gotta blow away all the purple candles. Then the ghosts come out. They try to spook you, and you're like saying, "Oh yeah, I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you, you nuts. You're real nuts. You think you're gonna scare me? Oh yeah, you're just shaking the paintings around? Yeah, right. Oh yeah, you got my brother? Well, guess what? I'm gonna get him back, so don't even bother." And now you're ready. I would also recommend getting the treasures. Now you're locked in there unless you get all the ghosts. They're pretty easy unless you know the controls very fluently. Also, in the further levels, you better get hearts because you're going to be needing them because the boss ghosts get difficult and difficult. And also, there's this cheap thing where they show you a Game Boy Horror, which actually became an actual product after this game sold well in the US and in Japan. It was just for decoration for the game, and eventually, in the sequel to Luigi's Mansion, there's going to be a Scream DS. How ironic. You're playing a GameCube game, and you get a Game Boy. And when you're playing the DS game, you get a DS. Or it would be the 3DS, but never mind. So you walk around just trying to find all the ghosts. Now, listen, you can't just get the ghosts from a standstill. You gotta walk around just to find them because you have to make sure they scare you first. So you get the ghosts. Now make sure they come close. Now the ghost meters get higher when they're new. There's also backtracking in the game. Eventually you have to go to some places to backtrack to find more ghosts. There is a useless thing like when you press the A button. What does that do? It's not like his brother's gonna come right to him. He's trapped somewhere. You gotta go save him. Okay, now these banana ghosts, really, they're messed up. I mean, seriously, it took me a while to try to get them because you have to wait till they eat the banana. Then get them. Also, with your joystick, try to swing around a little bit, just jiggle it so you can manage to get them faster. Great, I just got hit. I'm gonna get you. Also, using the control stick, you can using the C on right here, you can move around to try to go where you need to go. Even though it's not necessary to save right now because I can easily get through some parts of this place. Also, another thing I want to explain to you, if you need a shortcut to the lobby, just do this. Hold on. Press the X button and then press A on the mirror. This is useful if you want to get back quicker. Collect a lot of treasures so you can get a better ending. It's just like Wario Land. So now you approach the boss ghost. Yeah, I know. Or as Mr. EGAT pronounces it, gallery ghost. Now, of course, by pressing X on the ghost, by using the scanner and pressing X, you can try to find out the weakness. Now, I'm here to help you out. So, the weakness of this ghost, you have to wait till he yawns. But sometimes he'll get you with a book. Make sure you get all the books first. And the money too. They're a little bit creepy when you think about it. Also, stay away from those mushrooms, because then you won't be able... Typical. It's a good thing that they make you show where to go next. Now, I can tell you this. Just make sure you don't go to wrong doors in rooms, because if you go to the wrong door, this happens. You better remember that door. Okay, now here's the woman ghost. She's just brushing her hair, and then guess what? Wind strikes. Okay, you get the next key. And you head to the room which is called the master's room. Okay, now it's going to get really intense. We're about to be heading into the master's room. Now guess who the master is? It's the baby. After all of this, the first boss you face is a baby. Well, I guess it could be true. I mean, you won't want a boss that's extremely hard. Your first boss to be extremely hard. So you have to shake his horse thing, wooden horse. So now he's asking you to play with him. You try to get away as fast as you can. Or you just hit him. And now we get to the first boss battle. Ah! Wooden horses! Ah! Seriously, is this game trying to scare you or what? Oh! Okay, now that face freaked me out the first time. And he winks too. Now, the one thing I do like is that they make you think hard on how to defeat him. I mean, regular gamers just want to beat the boss as quickly as possible just to get to the next level. But seriously, you gotta think real hard. Like, oh, there's these balls. There's these beach balls. Or play toys. But nope. You use it, and then he escapes. Now, it's not that you're bad at using the vacuum, but you know, it's just because they want to make sure that because they change often on how you try to attack him. And also, you kind of walk a little bit slow too. And what's he doing? He's not walking too normal when you think about it. I mean, it looks like... he looks like he's jiggling. Like he's walking like weird. It looks like he's shaking his legs more than he's walking. Now you gotta try real hard. Even though you run slower in this game, you still have to at least try to find a pattern of where he's gonna hit you. Oh, don't let him get you. Oh shoot. Okay, here's the beach balls again. Or just play balls. Huh. I'll just call them beach balls. I know there's different kinds of balls. There's basketballs, baseball, but I don't remember the name of a baby's toy ball. I could just call it that, but they look more like beach balls. Come on, come on, come on. Alright. Oh, dang, I missed. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Hit me with all you got. I don't care about your wooden horses. I don't care that you saw Spirit the movie. I don't care about this My Little Pony stuff. You're gonna get hit. That's right. And it's over. Now, after that, they're generous enough to try to give you an advantage to fill your health up. So I get a pinkish heart key, which is to the next door. And once again, I save the day. So Professor Egad sends you to this place where you have to, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's somehow they turn the ghost into paintings, but then there's like this electric stuff, something out of Ghostbusters. So you see the ghost. Also, if you can look very closely, you can see a picture of Ghost in Tables. In Tables, which is actually supposed to be the beta of the Luigi's Mansion game. When you think about it, it was shown off at Nintendo World. Well, guys, that's all I got. It's pretty much the same of what's going on. What you're gonna do, you have to get Ghost, you have to get all the gallery ghosts, which are bosses, which are boss ghosts, and that's pretty much it, what you have to do to the game. It gets harder and harder, and it's really harder when you face the further ghost, and you actually find some really scary moments in the game that are actually pretty interesting. This game is awesome, and it's still awesome to this very day, even to its sequel. So that, guys, that's it. This is the review of Luigi's Mansion. But it's not over. There's this one game that just brings the point of scare. And I have to play it. So, I reviewed the game. But even with that, there's still one more haunting me. Until next Halloween.